Tonight, President Biden is hailing the return of 17 more hostages and expressing hope that the Israel-Hamas ceasefire will be extended beyond tomorrow. An American girl, part of the group, released today. 58 people in all, women and children, mostly Israelis, taken hostage by Hamas in the October 7th attacks, released in exchange for more than 100 Palestinian prisoners. Among those released, 4-year-old American Abigail Edan. Her parents, both killed by Hamas. She fled to a neighbor's home where she was then captured. Hundreds of Israelis, many waving flags, welcoming the former hostages home at the end of their 51-day ordeal. The father of 9-year-old Emily Hand, you see him there wrapping his arms around his young daughter. For weeks, the family actually thought that she was dead. Her father now vowing to never let her out of his sight. But for the families of roughly 200 still held hostage, the anguish continues as they await word if their loved one is coming home. ABC's Matt Gutman leads us off once again from Israel.
Tonight, Hamas seeking to extend the ceasefire with Israel after releasing another 17 hostages. That Red Cross motorcade rolling through the ruins of northern Gaza, also bearing the first American freed, dual national Abigail Edan, who just turned 4 on Friday, seen here bouncing around in the back of the van. Abigail, now an orphan, her parents killed by Hamas during the October 7th terror attack. Abigail crawling out from under her father's body. President Biden addressing the nation.
She then ran to a neighbor for help, where they were all taken hostage. That entire house of neighbors were taken hostage by Hamas and held for 50 days. What she endured is unthinkable.
So far, 58 hostages have been released, including foreign nationals over the past 3 days. Hamas filming the handover of these batches of women and children.
Welcome.
They're welcomed into those Red Cross vans. 84-year-old Elma Avraham seen lying on her back. She had to be medevaced. From Gaza, the hostages whisked to Israel, where they were greeted by crowds of flag-waving well-wishers. On Saturday, Hamas also releasing 9-year-old Emily Hand. For weeks, her father, Thomas, had been told Emily had been killed. When he learned that she'd been kidnapped, Thomas making this promise.
We'll get you home and never let you out of our sights again.
And overnight, Thomas fulfilling that promise, wrapping his arms around his little girl and holding on. Emily then curling into her sister's lap, burying her head into her chest, their dogs nosing in.
She's lost a lot of weight from her face and body, but generally doing better than we expected.
The Asher family also reunited, separated from their father Yoni, mom Doron, 2-year-old Aviv, and 4-year-old Raz huddled in that hospital bed. Little Raz saying, "I dreamt I came home." Yoni telling her, now that dream has come true. Yoni speaking to David just days after his family was taken, describing seeing them in this video. Yoni watching as militants start to cover his wife's head, seeing a flash of his daughter.
I recognized them immediately, and I saw the video twice. In the second time, I couldn't watch anymore because I melted down. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't believe this is happening to me. It was a nightmare.
For so many, that return bittersweet. So many families torn apart, nearly 200 hostages still held by Hamas. Aviva Siegel's brother-in-law, David, rejoicing at her release, but concerned for his 64-year-old brother, Keith, still in captivity.
It's amazing and wonderful and wrenching and heartbreaking all at the same time. And of course, we just ache for the other hostages.
In exchange for the hostages, Israel has released 117 Palestinian women and teenage boys from Israeli jails. Thousands waited to greet them near Ramallah. The teens carried aloft through the streets, celebrated with fireworks and confetti. And in Gaza, with the airstrikes paused, they're counting the dead. The death toll nearing 15,000, according to the Hamas-run health ministry, many returning to survey the ruins. We saw some of that damage firsthand last week, riding in with the Israeli military across Gaza, driving right past the neighborhood of Al-Zahra, which today was captured via drone. The displaced weaving between the rubble, buildings mashed into unrecognizable piles of debris. One of those picking through the piles was Sajja Yusuf Anajar, breaking down in tears, telling us everything has been destroyed, our dreams, our memories.
So much has been lost. Matt Gutman joins us now. Matt, tomorrow will be the 4th day in what was initially billed as a 4-day ceasefire. What are Israeli officials telling you tonight about the likelihood that this deal will be extended?
Lindsay, the Israeli Security Cabinet met tonight to discuss extending this deal, and for days they've signaled that they are inclined to do so. But a security source telling me tonight the goal is not to get back to the war as quickly as possible. The goal is to maximize the deal and bring as many hostages home. But once the fighting does begin, the source warned, the ramp up is not going to be gradual. It's going to be immediate and ferocious. Lindsay.
Matt Gutman for us. Thank you, Matt.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.